aka MetalFan230 here, and before Vengeance Falls by Trivium actually comes out in the stores, I'm going to be reviewing their little self-titled blue demo, or it's called self-titled EP blue demo, or whatever you want to call it. But let's talk about this, by the way. I don't think I've ever talked about this EP. Now, it's actually the official debut recording of this band. I know Ember to Inferno doesn't count, but let's talk about. But this is actually their debut recording of this band. Now, this was self-released by the band in January of 2003, about 9 months before their debut full-length album, Ember to Inferno, hit the stores. Now, a lot of these songs, about the majority, like 4 of the songs, there's 7 songs on this EP, but yeah, 4 of the songs are actually older versions, sort of the original versions of some of the songs that were later re-recorded for Ember to Inferno. Now, I've heard for the longest time, I always heard the Ember to Inferno versions of those songs, and then I heard about this EP, so I went and checked that out, and I've heard that these are actually older versions of these songs, and when I first heard them, I was very surprised. It was very impressive. I'm like, to be honest, these songs are way better than the ones that are on Ember to Inferno. In my opinion, they should have used the EP versions of those songs and put them on Ember to Inferno instead of re-recorded them. That's just me. I mean, because the versions on this album are just, the songs on this album, on this EP, I should say, is just impressive. It's way better than on Ember to Inferno. That's just me. But anyway, let's talk about the production, or this EP. This production, it's great. Everything is where it's supposed to be. The guitars sound good. The bass sound good. The drums, they sound okay, but they feel like, to me, it could be a little bit better. And the vocals from Matt Heafy are great. Great. I mean, he was pretty young for his age. He was like 16, 17 at the time. He's pretty good for what he is, for that age. He's very impressive. I think he has great clean singing and some great screaming. But let's talk about this EP. Let's go on these songs. Now the EP opens up with an older version of the song on Ember to Inferno called "The Burn the Eye," which is a very great song, I have to say. There's some really great guitar parts in there. It's very interesting. It's one of my favorite songs off this EP. It's very great. It's just wow, and the drumming from Travis Smith is pretty good, I have to say. Yeah. Next song we get into is a song called Requiem, which is another one of my favorite songs on this EP. It's very heavy, and there's some great melodic parts in there. It's very impressive, and it's awesome. Now, next song is called Fugue, which is just Fugue on the EP, but on Ember to Inferno it's called Fugue, A Revelation, which is just a very fast-paced song. It's just awesome, and there's a really great chorus, and the vocals from Matt Heafy are just wow. Just pretty awesome. Then we get to My Hatred. Now, honestly, my thought about My Hatred is just, I feel like there's the vocals near the pre-chorus, or the chorus or something. I feel like it's just, the vocals are just too much. Honestly, in my opinion, I would prefer the Ember to Inferno version of My Hatred than on the EP version. That's just me. I just don't really like the My Hatred on the EP. But yeah. Then we get to one of my favorite songs, one of the masterpieces of this EP, which is a song called The Storm, which is a very great song. It has sort of a very classical guitar intro, very acoustic intro, which is pretty good. I feel like, in my opinion, The Storm is one of Trivium's most underrated songs ever in their entire discography. I wish they would play the song live. It's just wow. There's some really great guitars. It's just sounds very thrashy. It reminds me of something from like Megadeth or Metallica. It's just has that kind of vocal style from Matt Heafy. It's just wow. It's just not like how it would be on the Crusade, but just on how he sings it sounds very thrashy. Anyway, Storm's a good song. Next song is called Sworn, which is a very great song. It has a lot of growling vocals, and it's just mid-paced, sort of in the middle of fast and slow. It's a very good song. Now the EP ends with a song called Demon, which is a very good song. It's a very good way to end this EP. And Demon is actually also appears on the re-release of Ember to Inferno. Now overall, this is a very great EP from Trivium, I have to say. one thing I really wish this EP, what the EP would do, like what the EP should be, is I wish they would actually re-release this EP, because I think it's out of print now. I think it's incredibly rare to find. I don't think I could find it on eBay. I wish I could like get it in the stores like a hard copy and just like put it in my CD collection. It's just a very great EP. It's just very impressive. They should have used, honestly, they should have used the version, some of the versions, the EP versions of some of these songs and put them on Ember 2 Inferno. But overall, very fantastic EP. If you haven't get it, just go download it or buy it or whatever you can. If you could try to find, if there's anybody could tell me where I could buy it online, that doesn't cost like $1 bazillion. Just please comment below. But anyway, I'm going to give the self-titled Blue Demo EP by Trivium a 9.5 out of 10. So yeah, it's me, Metal Fan 230, signing off, and keep it metal.